Here's an album from Norman Lero. He was an artist born in Montreal, but resided in the Miramichi for many years. He was a teacher, but I would say primarily he's a true artist, musician. And I'll play a song as I take a drive. I'll just read a little bit. It says, a few years back, I had never actually heard of a 10-string guitar, let alone heard the sound of one until I first discovered a photo in my internet travels. Believe it or not, without any hesitation, I instantly knew this was a guitar for me. Within a week, I had found a renowned luthier by the name of Oscar Graf to build one for me. This guitar has remained a constant source of inspiration to me in my composing. To utilize the full potential of the guitar's unique parameters, I have developed new techniques and sounds specific to the 10-string guitar, which I believe have never been heard or recorded before. I sincerely hope you will enjoy this new collection of 10-string guitar music. I'll take it for a little drive and I'll introduce the song before I do that. Okay, I'm gonna play with you a great Miramichi artist, Mr. Norman Lero, originally of Montreal, the late Norman Lero. He passed away in 2016. I just learned as I was researching him. This is from his album called Memoirs, and it's a song called River's Journey. And I hope you enjoy it. He's a beautiful musician. It's a 10-string guitar. Here it is. As I drive through Napan, for that, Mr. Norman Lero. Obviously a highly trained and very, very talented musician. And that was called River's Journey. And I am driving along the Napan River. I don't know if this is what you had visualized when you were writing this music, but we're just paying homage to Miramichi artists. Thank you for that. Well, yeah, here we go. Showed a little bit yesterday of the main cabinetry that Roger's stuff is in. Hey, Winnie. Here's another room. This was the old hairdressing studio. And from yesterday's video of that cabinetry all stacked, that thing is full. The one behind that, the one with the painting stuff on it, that is full. This one here, ladies and gentlemen, is also full. This one is full. And then if I were to circle around in the basement, those doors right there, that goes into the crawl space, and there's stuff in there as well. And right basically above me, there's a bedroom. That's full. And but it's organized. Like, it is an unbelievable hobby. And Roger just kind of gets a tray out, a Raj tray out. And yeah. But, you know, our set, we're just using cardboard boxes, stools, fold-up tables, and he's got stuff kind of laid out and lined up all over this place, folks, and we're going to sit down for another little session. Raj, what's that up there? Is that a hummingbird feeder?
Yep.
I saw that yesterday when I watched the playback. So we got a hummingbird feeder, and then, you know, I keep on thinking about little things we can hang from those clothespins. So we're going to think of something here, and then we're going to hang one thing from a clothespin as we get ready for episode number 33? 33, the year 2000, part 4, I think we're at. Look at the note-taking, just constant note-taking. He doesn't stop, this man. Oh yeah.
So I was gonna show this as an exhibition pamphlet for the year 2000, but I wanted to show you. And back in the day, these were a dance.
Okay.
People went to their dance.
Jake Break, yeah.
Jake Break.
They played at Lana's wedding.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's Jimmy Craig, and I forget who else was involved.
Yeah.
But anyway, Roger, I just pressed the old record.
Yeah.
This man right here, folks, does he stop? I don't think so. It's unbelievable how many directions he's got. Cords coming off him and people yanking. He's down doing some groundwork today. He's gathering a team for the local cemetery where all of our family members are buried and stuff, so some work needs to get done. I'll be part of that operation. And Mr. Roger Como, folks, the local historian, we got it up to decades and decades and decades and decades and decades of local history. Raj is in his 77th year on this fine earth. He is the multi-talented, but this project that we're doing, nephew, uncle, intergenerational, community building, we're trying to do it positive. If anybody's out there rolling eyes at us, then so be it. You have the right to do that, but we're just thinking that we're trying to do something positive for our mystical, mighty, magical Miramichi community. Roger's been collecting the local history for those decades, mostly out of the Miramichi Leader, but, you know, the Times Transcript, the Telegraph Journal, and we're just trying to showcase how capable our Miramichi people are and have been in the recent past, and we're just trying to show how different times are, and we're just taking a trip down memory lane, recent history. We kind of do this blindly, like Roger just kind of basically goes through it. So we're just opening up one of the Raj trays, and he hands it over to me. I just read it blindly, so we're not proclaiming to be experts. We shouldn't be doing anything else because we're just doing this. We're just having some fun, and we've gotten lots of positive feedback of certain people that are just kind of enjoying what we're doing. So, Raj, I will pause no, actually, I'll just introduce right now. So we've had Roger's neighbor, her name is Edie. Her husband's name is Ron. They come from, I think Ron's an Ontario guy. Edie's from Hungary. Edie's done so much in the community since she's been here for 12 years. She's an artist, a painter. She's taught. She gives her paintings away for charity work. I just went over. I thought it'd be a good idea to have an intro of that beautiful woman and her beautiful soul and her beautiful work. And I know I didn't do it justice, so my apologies, Edie, but I do want to have a longer form interview with you, as I said that we were going to do that. And I just wanted to show, a capable Miramichi doing some amazing things. So right now we're going to go to Edie. I was just over at her house last week, and she's just showed me around in some of her paintings. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this beautiful woman right here, Edie. Zabo is how we say it, right?
Zabo.
So Edie is Roger, the local historian's neighbor you've been in the Miramichi for 12 years. And I thought it would be a good idea, first of all, we're just going to try to take this in, okay? I thought it would be a good idea to come over here and begin a show, episode, I don't know what it is yet, and start to showcase the amazing talent that's going on this river. So Edie has been living in the Miramichi for 12 years.
Yeah.
These are her pieces. Look at how spectacular and beautiful these pieces are. Edie is originally from Hungary, I believe.
Yes.
And it has been a fixture on the Miramichi for 12 years. So Edie, what do you want to walk us through and show us some of the paintings and okay, so I don't want to rush you, but I'm just going to show some, and then I'm going to ask you questions along the way, okay?
Okay, this is my memory painting from the Seine River, Paris.
Whoa,
That's
beautiful.
That's where the Eiffel Tower, and this is a style of. I like to paint in this style. It's a romantic realism. There's a little bit of romance in it.
Oh, a lot of romance in it. We're talking France and swans.
And swans.
Okay, and then moving over to this beautiful piece.
Yeah, this has more texture into it. So sometimes I do like to put some texture. A lot of people love texture.
Yes.
That's texture. But sometimes those are paintings with textures also.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes I just like to paint something very simple.
Yes.
Minimalism. A lot of colors, as you
Yes.
can see. I use a lot of colors.
Yes.
And cool and warm colors, and just a very simple painting.
Right.
But there's a lot of feeling, a lot of atmosphere.
Oh, there's so much feeling. And you know what, Edie, I met you probably 5 or 6 years ago. I was home helping, visiting, and then I was like, wow. And then I remember, I feel the warm colors from you as a person.
Yeah, I love it. Every painting I do, it has to have a lot of warmth.
Yes.
Warmth to me is life. It's hope. It's everything, And I like to use, when you look at this other painting there,
Yes, right here.
a lot of dark.
Okay.
Dark and light. There is always a need for a lot of brightness coming out of dark.
Right.
That is your hope, and the sky gives us that hope.
It's
When we do sunsets and sunrises, all the beautiful colors and all the contrast and the contrast,
Yes.
the colors of light and dark and color contrast and everything.
So please stand close to me
Okay.
when you're talking and try to talk loud, just because everybody's going to hear us. So what about this piece right here?
That is just a very simple painting from around here. Anywhere I would go, I take my camera, and then sometimes I take a little shot of a camera from a painting, but sometimes I just dream it all up, because in my memory,
Yes.
by painting for over 4 years, I have a lot of pictures.
Yes.
And I could sit down anytime and paint anything just to bring that up in my mind, because
Right.
I remember I remember the colors, I remember everything I ever seen before, and I can paint at any time.
So I'm going to come back here at some point and get a little, I love that, and get a little bit more in depth with your artistic and creative style.
Cool.
But what Roger and I are doing, as you've been watching a few of our episodes on the Mirami-histor-chi, tell me what your role, like what have you been doing in the mirror? Why don't you stand in front of your paintings? It's a much more beautiful. So what, or do you want to go show a couple more in the living room?
Yeah,
okay.
Let's go see some
So
more.
tell me what you've been doing on the Miramichi as an artist.
Teaching is everything.
Okay.
I had taught more than, since I'm with Ron, more than 1,000 classes before I met Ron.
Oh yeah.
I've been with him for 25 years.
Oh, Ron is her husband.
Married,
But on the Miramichi here, because you know, like we're focusing on the Miramichi today. So you've been where do you teach your classes?
I just stopped, unfortunately, after Ron got sick.
Yes.
So there's no more classes, but I was teaching ever since we've been here.
Okay.
And it just in the Miramichi, I think I've taught a lot of people.
Yes.
And that was very important to me. They inspired me.
Yes.
The people, the students, all the paintings always I did for them you know, just to choose some painting they would like to do. And,
Yes.
And I try working on them, working with them. And it's the nicest thing in my life, is a more satisfaction in my life is to give some knowledge to the younger people, to the younger generation, because we are getting older, you know. And we have to give a torch to the young generation to carry.
Yes,
you know?
we do. Okay, so Edie, can you show us some of your Miramichi stuff right here?
Yeah, but I've been.
But just okay. So you've been on
in a Giver
on the River. Is that yours?
Yes, that's
Oh
one.
wow, a couple of cardinals.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's mine. They are just inside of this.
Okay.
There is always something, some paintings of mine.
Oh,
There-
wow.
Some of those my paintings.
Okay. And then you were just showing me. Can you just leaf through a couple of? Is this all? That's all.
This
that's
is-
Algonquin.
Okay, now this is Miramichi here.
Okay. You
This is the time when
Okay.
I was helping Susan Butler to
Okay.
raise a lot of money for this a food.
The food bank.
Food bank, yeah,
Okay.
and we did very well. We
Okay.
did very well.
So how many paintings do you think that you've donated? You're like, okay, so from my perspective, before you even answer that question, my mother has one of your paintings, my sister has a couple of your paintings, Roger has some of your paintings.
Yeah.
So you're sharing your beautiful work, and it's really beautiful stuff. So tell us what you've been doing charity-wise with your paintings on the Miramichi.
Oh, much. I had given many charities. Many people came here. Every year a hospital had this big ball when they raise money for hospital equipment. I always donated giant paintings for them, large ones, for over $1,000 for it. And many different charities, what societies that, they're not blind, but
I know.
Alzheimer's
Alzheimer's.
Society.
And I know you've
giving
been
them
doing some work
paintings.
with Susan Butler.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Yeah, Susan is a great friend, and
Oh, right on.
and I would just love to give her anything she ever wanted,
Okay.
because I know that Susan will make money, and she'd give money for some good
She's doing
cause.
good things.
She's fantastic.
Susan is always. Are you do you wanna
Okay.
show us a couple more? So I already got that
You
one,
got that
which
one.
is beautiful.
Okay.
It's
Now-
beautiful. I really, Edie, I remember the first time I met you, I told you how much I love that one right there.
This is one
So
of my
beautiful.
most famous paintings.
It's beautiful.
This is the one. Somebody wanted to show that in New York Gallery.
Oh, it's
in
beautiful.
The Fifth Street. The gallery owner wanted to take this picture over to his gallery in New
Oh,
York,
wow.
and he was going to make me a big name.
Right.
However, it never happened because he's so far, so he can take my painting and go bankrupt and I'll never see it back. And I wanted to keep that because
Right.
this is a sparkling,
It's beautiful.
That's the painting I love it most because look at what I done with the colors.
Yes.
Like warm and cold and vibration and life, and you can see the movement and life in that painting.
Right. Okay,
It's
we're gonna get to your artistic stuff in a different kind of an
Time.
episode.
Okay.
And you know what? I tell you what. Hey, Susan, did you hear that? You're not getting that painting. Oh, that's a beautiful one too. That looks very European.
Yes, it is.
Am I able to go up here?
Yes, that's
Okay, this is going to be hard. It's going to be hard to capture this. Oh, there's a shadow there. It's going to be really hard to capture, so please don't be offended if this doesn't look great on the computer.
Yeah, these are really hard to see because this is Ron and I when we were young.
Oh, there's a beautiful photo right there.
We didn't always look like this.
Yes.
Okay.
And you got paintings. So how many paintings do you estimate that you have in your home here?
I don't know, over 100.
Oh, wow.
They are in boxes there.
And how many paintings do you think that you've done in your life? Look at this, folks.
1,000.
This is thousands. This is unbelievable. This is part of Edie's working studio. It's everywhere. But the main thing that we want to talk about, Edie, is how you have come to the Miramichi 12 years ago. You quickly entered the community art world and the society in general. And what you're doing is that you're giving your work and you're sharing yourself to help the community. You've been donating painting after painting after painting.
You know,
this is all
these
of her
boxes
paintings.
are full of paintings.
Wow. So when do you do your best work? Morning or night?
In the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning, folks.
And
then is this where you do your painting?
This is where I sell my stuff out.
Oh wow! This is wow.
Look at all this stuff is for sale.
This is wow.
It's from my classes. I can't use.
Oh, from your classes. There's another beautiful painting, Edie.
This is a very large one.
Okay.
The sunset. It's very simple. Just the countries. You can see the S curve in it.
It's beautiful.
And there's this old tree. It's all palette knife, pointing towards to that. Old barn.
It's beautiful.
It's called the directional line. You know?
It's beautiful.
No.
So and these are some empties. So Edie, here's what's going to happen. Like it's as I told you when I first walked in. It's like right now. I just wanted to give a little opening to Mirami-histor-chi with a great Miramichier, Edie Sabo. Sorry. And we're just not going to have the time to get into depth with your work, okay? So I wanted to show people what a great Miramichier you have been and how you've contributed to society by donating your work to many causes, okay? And then into the future, I want to come over and have a cup of tea with you, and I want to talk art.
Okay.
And then I also want to do maybe a longer video and as part of my channel, just talking about. I want to focus on mentorship of young people as well.
Yes. Oh, I've been doing a lot.
So
of that.
one last message for the people of the Miramichi. Do you have one last message for the people of the Miramichi before we go here?
Oh, last message. My goodness.
I put you on the spot.
I've been very, very glad to be here and met a lot of wonderful people. All my best friends are here right now. And I'm a giver. I never was a taker.
Right.
And I will be giving my paintings to anyone who needs them.
Okay.
Because I don't care about money.
Right.
Money is not important.
Right.
And I'm not selling anything. I'm just giving them away.
Okay. So Edie, thank you very much. I promise I'll be back in a shortly, and we're going to talk deeper because you're a really interesting person. You're a great person, and we're happy to have you here in the neighborhood.
Very good.
Okay, so I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye. Well, thanks, Edie. My God, isn't she beautiful, Raj? Roger has a painting up there. All of our family members do. She's done thousands of paintings. She's really, Edie, you are a special little human being. People feel it, obviously. Your talent is very, very deep-souled, and you're there for the right reasons. You're a true artist, and anybody that comes into contact with you is better for having met you. And so thank you for that. And like I said, I'll be back over. I want to do a longer form interview with Edie Raj about mentorship and how she looks at young people coming up and what her lessons are for young people, which is one of my major interests, right?
Did you discuss the part that her husband played in all this?
Actually, we didn't even touch in on Ron, but we know that Ron was. But you've informed me that Ron was doing the framing.
Oh yeah. He's got everything right down pat. All his artistry and how he got his van all ready to stack all the framing in there and
right on.
painting.
Yeah, Ron's an in-depth individual as well. He's very intelligent. He's traveled the world. He's done many things. He's a really smart guy.
There's a lot of prep before they journey over to Douglastown and put their shows on, and then afterwards to load everything back in and take it home, and then so they're busy.
But good point, Raj. For it takes they work as a team. And I was over there having a little meeting with them, and I'm going to go back again in a couple of days. Okay, so Raj, we are on episode 33, 33, Some Ship Some. That's the Korean. Even though I am married to a Japanese woman for like 8 years. I don't even know the Japanese numbering in that. I get that all confused. But so we're in the year 2000, and this is part 4 today, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are we starting? I see one guy's face I recognize.
Yeah, it's part 4, episode number 33, part 4.
And this is actually the first time that the dog has actually sat in between us.
Yeah, she'll get fed up with this and she'll head upstairs.
Yeah, usually she's jumping up and it needs a little bit more attention. But I got one hand on her chin, so we'll see how she makes it. Okay, Raj, what are we starting with today?
We're starting with 45 minutes ago. I walked across the street and I met new people over there. They are Ukrainians. And she couldn't talk to me.
Oh, wow.
She had to get her husband out.
Oh, right on.
Anyway, I gave him a few instructions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
they moved in just right across?
Yeah, they're renting.
Okay.
They're renting over here.
Yeah, I'll make sure that do they have children and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
a little girl there, possibly another one.
Okay.
Okay, we're just gonna...
I'll make sure that I make myself known, and it's so disheartening to know what's going on around this world. There's many places. Ukraine is one example. It's terrible stuff, and there's terrible things happening in many places, including our own communities. How are we going to get on top of this? How are we going to change things? How are we going to fix it? I'm interested in a positive change, so I'm sure most of you people that are watching are in the same boat.
So back in 2000, these two guys were popular.
Yep.
And of course, they're in the 2000 exhibition.
Okay. So this
here.
is a pamphlet. This is from the 2000 Miramichi Agricultural Exhibition. This was put together by the Miramichi Weekend, the Miramichi Leader, and Roger's just showcasing a couple of the performers. Those two dudes right there. I don't know if they're still playing. I haven't been around the Miramichi for a long time, so pardon my ignorance. That is Jake Break, and they're playing at the Red Rooster on August 19th from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. And they've been, I know it's Jimmy Craig, and who's the other guy? I'm so sorry, I don't know this. But next to them, Buff and Flo Durrell are entertaining at the Red Rooster Lounge and Casino August 18th from 10 to 1. I don't know if they're locals or not, but there's Jake Break. He kind of looks like Vince Gill in that picture. But they're a very talented musical duo. They played at my sister's wedding. Okay.
Yeah. Now, this is not a magazine.
No.
No, it's folds right out to the city map.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Inside the city. Okay. There's all kinds of them, but that one there was well done for 2000.
Street map, Miramichi, within this is in the leader. Was this a part of the leader? I think so, maybe not. Maybe it was just, it was a City of Miramichi project.
Yeah.
But Roger Como collects everything. If you're taking a walking tour around the Miramichi, This is what was presented in the year 2000. Middle Island Park, Siemens Hospital, the Rankin House, the Miramichi Natural History Museum, Beaverbrook House, Folk Song Festival, Celebration of Scots, Rock and Roll Weekend, Irish Festival, Miramichi Agricultural Exhibition, French Fort Cove, to name a few of our attractions, folks. Right now, the big attraction is bass fishing. There's people scattered all over that river. I saw them again I saw them this morning, Raj, at 7 a.m.
Well, this is a huge fundraiser. I got 3 articles covering
Okay.
that. Right off the top.
Okay. This is from September 26th, the year 2000. AIDS Walk raises $6,300 despite deluge of rain. Who was involved in this? We're going to show some of those. We're going to read some of those captions and share what was going on right now. Or sorry, in the year 2000. This was from September 26th. So, the organizers were Debbie Casey and Crystal Chasson. They were the ones holding the sign. Connie Penton, Sandra McKinnon, Darlene Blanchard. It says Erlene, but I'm assuming it's Irene, but maybe it is Erlene. Bonus, Karen McFadden. And then we have Sonia Green Hashi accepts a trophy from Debbie Casey on behalf of the top fundraising organization, which was the Miramichi Regional Hospital. Walk organizers, Debbie Casey and Crystal Chasson. There are the organizers right there. Debbie Casey and Crystal Chasson. Karen McFadden receives trophy from Debbie Casey as the second highest fundraising individual. And Father George Gilliland spoke about his personal experience with AIDS. And you know what, Raj? Side note, I had a friend in Vancouver that was diagnosed with HIV. He was HIV positive. I didn't know if he had AIDS for sure, but he was in his 40s, late 40s, and his ending was not good. He took his own life. Because of that. His family wasn't able to accept it. There was some judgments put on him. But there's new research coming out now that how is this all connected? We still don't really know. You know, the HIV/AIDS relation might not be as we were told many years ago. So there's some new light on that.
Now, Debbie Casey's dad, Gordy McLean, resided here, raised here in Logieville.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, Debbie's shown her roots here in the area.
Okay.
And her and
this is still from that. Preparing for September 24th AIDS Walk. I wonder if they had if there was a reason why she was so connected. There they are, folks, right there. I'm going to read that. It's a great photo. I think that's a beautiful photo. Whoever took that. Doesn't say. Miramichi AIDS Walk coordinators Crystal Chasson and Debbie Casey lace up Mayor Rupert Bernard sneakers. Oh, Garrett. In preparation for the largest fundraising event for AIDS across Canada, the Miramichi Walk takes place Sunday and begins at the Logieville Rec Center. It was Garrett Bosma photo. Great photo. There's our mayor right there, folks. Old Rupert Bernard. I still see him walking out to this day. And you know what, Raj? Okay, yep, let's keep going.
One more.
Honors offered to top fundraisers. Debbie Casey launches the 2000 Walk for Life campaign along with Jay McCormick, folks, manager of the Logieville Community Center. There's old Jay McCormick. Roger and I both played on a men's league fast pitch softball team with him. Brother of Kevin. Jay's always a witty, funny guy. And right on that same page, Lero's music theme to CBC's Main Street. There he is, former teacher, or he might still be a teacher, I don't know. But Norman Lero was a very talented musician. He was teaching music through the system. I never recognized his musical talent until I got older and realized that he was a true artist and was creating lots of music. Okay. Okay. So this was, I think okay, so Trudeau mourned. Enigmatic former PM succumbs to cancer. Yeah, no problem. Trudeau left imprint on New Brunswick. So love him or hate him, folks. It's always going to be divided. It doesn't matter. The human race. In my opinion, I was too young to know anything about politics, but, he died at 80. around this time. I was too young. I was just interested in the maverick thinking of him. He was the Trudeau that actually had his own visions and his own thoughts, and you knew that he was reading deeply. And I read some books on him. Very interesting guy.
So there's 3 little captions here that leads up to his death.
Okay. Trudeau's last good days spent at homes with an L. There's a play on the word there. Pierre Elliott Trudeau took a last walk in the forest at Miramichi Fishing Lodge in August before taking his walk in the snow. His last outing was here at the Holmes Lodge, said Miramichi MP Charles Hubbard. Those were Mr. Trudeau's 4 last wonderful days. Oh, wow. And he went back to Montreal. That's really interesting. Yeah, my friend, I was studying broadcast journalism in Belleville, Ontario at that time, and when he'd passed away. And my friend, his father was a MP, Peter Adams, out of Peterborough, and Will was his name, and he went to Trudeau's funeral and covered it. So that was interesting. Raj, I forgot, there's a little bit of housekeeping here. I said on the last video, I said it was bait. It's a lure. It's not bait. It's not living. Paul Henderson scored his goal in 1972 with 34 seconds left. I researched that. It was Eileen Murphy. We said that right, but then when we were trying to think about it, we said Taylor or something, but it's Ryan. Oh, she must have been a Ryan first.
Yeah.
Another thing I noticed, Raj, when I watch these back, I'm saying the word amazing way too much. So I have to watch that. Oh yeah, I said Jimmy Kelly's house is a driver away. It's more than a driver away. I just thought about that. It's probably 2 drives away. And it's just interesting because we said the word, we said he was playing the bass, and then there's bass fishing. So the English language, the word is spelled the same, 2 different pronunciations. Leonardo DiCaprio movie, what was that called again? I still
Revenant.
The Reverend or something.
Revenant.
Revenant?
I just thought of it now.
Okay. I actually didn't think it was great. Oh yeah, I got to look up that David Adams Richards documentary director, Monique LeBlanc, I think it is. And I said, get along with employees. Roger was showing his work things. I meant coworkers. So there you have it, folks. See how humble we are? We can go back and correct our mistakes. No problem. Like to see those commos out and nap and do that. They just go right, they'll just never admit when they're wrong.
Oh, yeah, this is all we do with the Logieville days, right?
Okay, so Logieville days. This is August 1st, 2000. Logieville days to focus on past softball players. This softball team here, the Bisons, are inducted into the New Brunswick Softball Hall of Fame. They won 3 championships in a span of a very short time back in the late 60s. It was the New Brunswick Senior A, Senior B, and then there was a Maritime or something?
Intermediate A.
Intermediate A. And Roger Como was a youngster on that team. You must have been one of the youngest players.
Yeah.
Were you the youngest?
No, Ian Russell.
Okay. On that team, Bob DeGrasse, Percy Langtang was the coach. Roger is going to call him one of Logieville's greatest coaches.
You can show
Okay, we'll do it better.
right here. Show
Okay.
them,
Here they are, from the Dust Bowl to champions. This is the year 2000. We're celebrating Logieville's one of Logieville's greatest ball teams, if not the greatest. There they are in 2000 as they got together. Really interesting. And there, we're going to read some of those names out. Art Rishore was involved, Wynne McDonald, Wavell McCormick, Peter McLean, Lloyd Vino, Gordon McLean, Bev Potter, Junior McDonald, Jules LaBelle, Stan Henniger, Peter Manderson, Donnie Ross, the great Logieville historian as well, an organizer, Rick McGrath, Roger Como, folks, Tommy Langtang. We mentioned Tommy yesterday as one of the greatest shortstops. There's Raj. And this guy here, interesting enough, Stan Henniger, was a CFB Chatham guy. He was the only guy that did not live within a 1 mile radius of the Dust Bowl.
Yeah.
Or 2 mile radius. It was a crazy team. They went on and they had a really excellent career. But Stan Henniger's son, Jody, became one of Canada's greatest ever hitters and hitters in the world. He played on the World international level for many years.
A younger version there.
A younger version right there, the old Bisons. Look at this. Wouldn't that be proud? Roger's very proud of being a member of that team. There they are, folks. The Logieville Bisons, 1967, they represented New Brunswick in the Canadian National Senior Championships. It was the first nationals that had. Roger entered one game, pitched 3 2/3 or something like that, didn't give up a run. Felt like you were walking on clouds, he said. I'm trying to see you in this picture. I can't see you here.
No.
You're not in that one.
No,
Must have been working that day.
That was before I come aboard.
Oh, that was before you came aboard. And there he is right there, folks. Roger Como in the front row at, what were you, 18?
Yeah. Right
19?
there,
Right on. And softball has given me many of my great moments over my years. I'm still pitching in Vancouver at the age of 47.
Okay, we'll go back to January 1st celebrations there with some local blood.
January the 1st, 2000, Moncton 2000. This is at the Moncton Coliseum. And the reason we show this is because this young dame right here has Miramichi blood. Samantha Robichaud with that beautiful instrument. I'm sure she's been inspired by many people around these parts on the East Coast, and hopefully our great Logieville artist Matilda Murdoch. And anyway, I remember reading an article on Samantha Robichaud about going to some, I think she was at Juilliard in New York City and was winning some contests and stuff like that. I'd like to know what Samantha's up to these days. That's 20, she looked like she was probably a young teenager there, so tack on 24 years to that, and music doesn't go away.
So here's some really young family blood.
Okay. Linda and Forrest. Linda Como would be Roger's first cousin. She was married to Forrest Murdoch. He is the son of Margie, and I really don't know. David's his brother.
Yeah.
Forrest was always doing, he was a contractor doing construction.
His father lost his life in the woods with a tree fell on him.
Oh, wow. So he was, oh, wow.
I know his name.
So here is their son, Forrest and Linda's son. They're Logievillers. Kanan Murdoch concentrates on the fast-forward exercises. This is 24 years ago, so look at the computer there, folks, all you young people. He looked like, I don't know what Kanan's up to these days, but I'm sure it's something good. Forrest was always very capable, very handsome guy, really quiet and friendly.
So here's a interesting story of one elderly lady.
Oh, wow. So this is from a Times and Transcript, and this is the year 2000. So at 101 years of age, Greenmount's Annie Richard still attends church each Sunday and plays bingo once a week, folks. And here she is. Annie was born in 1890 something, lived through the 1900s, and in the year 2000 became 101 years old, and she was a citizen in 3 different centuries. Not too many people can say that. She plays bingo once a week, and I tell you what, apparently I just heard a rumor that when the person that was calling the bingo was doing it a little bit too slow, she was snapping her fingers and say, speed that up, folks.
Okay, now we have some tall ships coming into the Miramichi.
And this was... okay, September 27th. Fair winds bring tall ship to Miramichi a day early. This is the Picton Castle. Look at that. We have a river system here that's wide enough. The canal is deep enough that we can accommodate beautiful vessels such as this. Think of the work, the talent, the skill, the know-how that it takes to make something like this. And the Miramichi was a well-known shipbuilding port.
Some of the kids that were allowed to go aboard.
Oh, years ago. Look at these healthy-looking. A sailor's life for me. School children enjoy tours of tall ship Picton Castle. That is a beautiful photo right there. Look how healthy they look. One thing they were not doing was looking down on their phones at TikTok. They were engaged with each other, talking to each other. And here's some more students right here. Same goes for them. Oh, and then there's, oh wow, and that just switches right around to the back. What an amazing thing. That would have been a beautiful sight on the Miramichi, this Picton Castle ship. What are some of those names, Raj? Well, we got, these are from the Napan Elementary. Yeah. They were grade 5 students. Keisha Murdoch, Truby McDonald, Vanessa Pesh, Emily Gillis, and Emma McDermott. And grade 4 students Evan Donovan and Tyler Lannon McLeod. And from Croft we had David Mortimer and Joshua Hands. And we had Picton Castle crew members. These are the crew members: Steve McKay of Halifax and Maria Lapointe of PEI. And then Nelson Rural was Kelly Matchett and Kelsey Godfrey. And Sonny Newman, Nicholas Hart, Stephen Green of Croft. And you know what? I just recognized the name when I was reading it. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think it's this right here, Vanessa Pesh. I do believe that's you. She, oh, sorry. Okay. She's a young historian too, Raj. Yeah. And she is the daughter of the Napan Bakery. And she is working on a project, and I'm not going to disclose it because I could be false about it. But I went in there the other day, and she, if you're ever looking to talk to Vanessa Pesh, a local historian, the Napan Bakery has an amazing product. They've been doing it for many years. German family, and they are a no joke.
Might have to zero
Water
in.
Street in Chatham.
Might have to zero in on that there.
Okay. Well, that looks like
the Siemens Hospital.
Canada's oldest marine hospital as viewed from the opposite shore. This is on the North Shore over in Douglastown, Nordine area. And that building right there is the Siemens Hospital. It had, what's that thing called again? A cupola?
Yeah.
There's a cupola on there that was made by Miramichi Hiram Baisley. My sister worked there as a student as part of the Miramichi.
Not on there, not that side.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm just flipping it over.
Oh, yeah, you're all done.
Flipping it over.
At times I do collect placemats at restaurants. So we'll just show one in particular where they focus on the covered bridges up in Northumberland County.
I don't. Do they still do these kind of placemats? I haven't been into.
Not so much these years.
It's an advertising technique. You go into a restaurant. Advertisers would pay for the space. Then they would have little features. This was one of the features right here, and they showcase some covered bridges. Roger Como. So as we're learning, he has a tendency to enjoy baseball, hockey. He loves his covered bridges. He loves his ships. What else does he show interest in? Dancing. Okay, so we had the Weyerton covered bridge, the Bay de Vin mouth bridge, the O'Donnell covered bridge, the Dalton covered bridge, the Whitney bridge. Speaking of Weyerton, I went out there one of the videos and I was checking out the river. If there's anybody watching these videos, I'm visiting from Vancouver. I don't have the means right now. Or sorry, like I don't have like a canoe or something. I did that Weyerton mine canoe run two times like 20-something years ago, Raj. I want to do it again before I go back to Vancouver. If there's anybody watching right now that wants to do that and show me around, I'll get you breakfast, I'll get you lunch and dinner. I would love to be escorted down that river with somebody that knows what they're doing and has the necessary equipment to do it. So if you're watching that, just look up Roger Como's name in the phone book, give him a call, and then he'll get in touch with me. But I'm serious. I'd love to do that.
It'll be in there as R. Como.
Is it?
Okay, one more placemat.
Okay, another placemat. Historic. Look at what this man was collecting. These are in mint condition. Historic Miramichi homes, 1795 to 1846. This was showcased in the middle of that placement. Winnie was laying down. She just got up. She came over for another little pat. This is the first time she's ever laid down here with us, Raj, when we're doing our show.
Oh, she's going to be going up pretty soon.
Maison Otho Robichaud.
Oh, yeah.
Robert Dokehouse. That is...
Doketown.
It's probably in Doketown. The Luther Williston House. That's beautiful. Is that Look at how beautiful that is. And the St. Michael's Rectory. You know, the St. Michael's Rectory, really cool. That's right there. But look at this Luther Wilson house. The old stone. Looks like that McDonald farmhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, is that house that's over in Douglastown near the Siemens Hospital? You know that one that's close to the road, that stone house? It's kind of small. Every time I drive by that, I look at it, and I love that. I love a stone house. It's so beautiful.
Okay, this is one
Right on.
one of the Esty twins.
Okay. Right on, Raj.
From Jack Esty's granddaughter.
Jack Esty, the Logieville philanthropist, benefactor, and this is his granddaughter. She is the daughter of Joyce and Peter LaBelle, not her father, but is with Joyce right now. But this is one of the twins. Her name was Kelly. And this is her marriage photo right there. Look how beautiful she looks in the year 2000 in front of the river. And we would like to thank all our friends and family for making our wedding a memory that we'll cherish forever. Kelly and Murray Etheridge, married on July 29th, 2000 at Knox United Church. And Neil and Anna Watling celebrated their 45th wedding anniversary on September 3rd, 2000, folks.
Okay, that's my next door neighbor, Marjorie Watling's brother.
Oh, really, eh?
Black River.
Oh, wow. Oh, so Marjorie Young was a Watling?
Yep.
Never knew that. Now, where is it? 45th anniversary in the year 2000.
Okay, we're going back to Nappin now.
Okay, back to Nappin, which is just south of here. Roger and I, if we wanted to, we could pack this up right now, turn this off, put on our rubber boots, and walk due south and be in Nappin in about 45 minutes through the woods. Okay, so what was going on here? This is the Nappin Agricultural Show. The newspaper, look at the coverage. Photos are in color. Great coverage from the Miramichi leader. The Nappin Agricultural Show in the year 2000. And look at all of these great photos, great moments, folks, being showcased in our local newspaper. I think that's outside the Hiram Baisley. That could be Hiram right there. And let's just see if it is. Hiram Baisley with old-fashioned lawnmower. I took a video outside of that location. There he is, folks. That's an interesting cat. I wish that he was still alive, or I was aware enough of him years ago, because he would have been a really interesting human being to connect with. He had his hands. He was dabbling in everything. Colby Tweedy, Hiram Baisley, Brianna Savoy, Dane Kenny, Kyla Reynolds, Cassie Hillock, Jenny McCatherine, Jungle Jims, what else? Charles Innes, Keith Taylor, Morris Jardine, that was the Hiram Baisley wooden car, Bev Coughlin, Riley McKnight, and Tyler Gillis. Right on, folks.
After you deal with this young man,
yeah,
I'm going to do the land, Roger, the land, same land.
Okay, reaching for gold. Bryce Milson overcomes disappointment at taking second in national hit, run, and throw. Bryce Milson on the practice field before his trip to the Sky Dome. The classic Chatham Ironman colors, the blue caps, the red jersey, the white pants. Look at that young, healthy athlete right there. I think he was a great hockey player too. He's younger than me, so I didn't really know it. What was he doing? At age 7, Bryce Milson is already a national baseball star. The Miramichi boy took second place in his age group in the national hit, run, and throw competition held at Toronto Sky Dome over the weekend. Well, wow, that's really amazing, Bryce. And on that same article, Gallant takes 6. The Chatham novice ball player was joined by, okay, so Milson was joined by Robert Gallant. He was 9 of the Douglastown hometown Hondas, who finished in 6th place in the rookie division. Like Milson, Robert's father, Robert Gallant, was very impressed with the Honda-sponsored national competition and how well participants were treated. Really cool, and what a great photo. I'm sure he was a great ball player, and if not still, if he's still playing, I'm ignorant to that fact.
Another Miramichi Energy.
If it is a fact.
Miramichi Energy event.
Okay, we've covered the Miramichi Energy. It was a performing art group, dancing. Miramichi energy captured on stage at St. John's Festival by the Sea. Saturday show lasts a season for energy. Miramichi energy consists of 25 students from District 25. I don't know if this is still happening to this day, but there they were performing St. John's by the Sea show in the year 2000, and there's nothing like performing arts to invigorate the mind, the soul. It's an actual natural high. People love it. Rivermen ready for Jamboree. The Miramichi Town Ford AAA Midget Rivermen hit the ice earlier this week to prepare for a preseason tournament in Moncton this weekend. A number of players are hoping to win a permanent spot on the squad based on their performance in the Moncton Jamboree. Bobby Patterson, Peter Stymus, and Chris Supak take a knee. That's those three gents right there. Who else do we have? Isaac Lapointe, Jeff Wilson, and Sean Doucette pose for a pause. There those fine gents are. Coaches David Hale and Sean Wood right there, folks. And Nick Hardy, folks, a great local athlete, son of Ronnie Hardy, brother of Darren, and Nick, I see him up working out at the gym right now, so he's still aware of how important it is to keep your physical health in check. Burchell lands cruise line job with Paramount. Miramichi leader, September 12th, the year 2000. Patty Burchell was a... I remember when she was doing this, I remember hearing about it. She lands a cruise line job with Paramount. She was a local singer and performer. That is the cruise ship right there. I don't think she's in that photo, but it's just giving you an idea. Is she in that photo? I don't think that's her. Maybe she's in the middle.
Over in the end that way?
I don't think so, but maybe. But there's Patty right there. She was always a beautiful, beautiful woman and a beautiful performer. Her voice was really fantastic, and I'm sure it still is to this day. So Patty was a Chathamer. Went to high school with her.
This is the women's.
And Logieville Mooseheads capture softball title, folks. This is from September 2000. This was the Miramichi Valley Ladies Softball Champions. Jimmy Conroy put many hours into coaching this. Jimmy was a milkman in the Miramichi for many years, and he served our... Did you have Jimmy or Clarence? You guys had Jimmy. We had Clarence.
Yeah.
So Clarence and Jimmy, I think, were they brothers or cousins or something?
Yeah.
Or married. Anyway, they used to drive around together. Clarence, they were both awesome. Really, really excellent when milk delivery was a thing. Who is on this roster? Look at that fine group. We have Angela Daly. Okay, she is the sister of one of my good friends, Brad Daly, who we call Darb, and the sister of Jason Daly, who was in several episodes of Trailer Park Boys. These people are from Douglastown, and now is a member of the cast of The Trades. I just saw Jason not long ago over at his brother Brad's house. Stacy Conroy, Kim Boyle, Amy McDonald, Krista Rashore, is that our Krista that we know? Jackie Flieger, and Jamie Dignam. He was the assistant coach. Nick Flieger was the bat boy, and we had Sherry Frenette, Megan Ahern, Amy Conroy was a really good athlete, and Stacy Kane, also a good athlete. Missing when the photo was taken was Bill Kennedy, assistant coach, Denise Pelletier, Amanda Quinn, Melanie Conroy, Carolyn Carter, Maureen O'Donnell, and Lynn McPhail. Congratulations on winning the championship. I hope several of you people are still playing. Oh, I remember this.
A full page.
Oh, wow. This is from the year 2000. And look at this. Our Olympic heroes, 4 days to the Summer Games. Who was on Team Canada as a softball pitcher? None other than the great Vicky Bastarash. I don't know exactly what town. It could have been Memorand Cook. But look at her in action. What a great photo, full page, Team Canada. I remember when she was winning some titles. She was one of the top pitchers around. I think she won a national She was in retirement, came out. I know she went on that. So she's from Kokan, and I know that one of her coaches, was a guy named Louis Henry, and I'm gonna meet him. I'm gonna give him an email soon, and I'm supposed to meet him for a cup of coffee. I've contacted him. He's an amazing coach, but she was an amazing talent. Vicky Bastarash, look at that action photo right there.
That's pretty good.
Team Canada, yes.
Well, the Tabison Tech Golf Course finally open.
Okay, the year 2000. Look at this group of dignitaries. The Tabison Tech Golf Course officially opens, and it's 9-hole, eh?
Yep.
August 22nd, 2000. Clayton Kenny, Vice President. Donald Muzzerall, Chairman. Miles Wishart, Benson Stymus, Edgar Doucette, Ernest Rabasha, Drew Stymus, Charles Hubbard was there, he was the MP, Régent Savoie was the MLA, Jean-Claude Rabasha was the president, Laurent Savoie, membership chairman, Albert Robichaud, ladies captain, Jean Godin, ladies president, Ted Berth, Larry Ferris, Ralph Fail, Ron McEachran, and George McCullum. Right on. My brother-in-law Corey, sponsor to the show. His father was involved with that golf course for several years as well.
Yeah, this is official history here.
Okay. Few rooms in the city, officially historic. Okay. What does this photo, what is going on in this photograph right now? This looks, I'll read that caption really quick or really soon. Dignitaries, including Minister responsible for Culture and Sport, L.V. Robichaud, participated in the unveiling of a monument marking Water Street Business District as a provincially designated historic site. The area is now known as Historic Water Street Business District. Thursday's noon hour unveiling drew a number of spectators curious about the new monument. This is Heather Maines, gives the new landmark the Eagle Eye, and this was from September 1st, 2000. There were several spelling mistakes in that caption, but I just rolled through them pretending it was all kosher.
Well, it's like a gold medal for Nelson.
Oh, right on. This is the year 2000. The Nelson Vicks win a provincial title, and here they are right here. And we're going to read that roster out right there. The Nelson Vicks softball squad, provincial title in Bantam. And on that team, Mitchell Russell, Jake O'Neill, Thomas McCarthy, Jeremy Reagan, Jason McCarthy, Justin Fogarty, and Mike Clark. Frank McCarthy, Mark Fogarty, Blake Lynch, Brad Berrio, Jonathan McGrath, Wayne Burke, Ashley Cosgrove, Dwayne Ahern, Sean McCarthy, Terry Reagan was the coach. Missing was Matthew Hovey, and there is Terry Reagan right there, folks. Terry Reagan, I used to go up and play ball in Nelson as a kid. Terry Reagan put in his time. He was a top volunteer, and he was a great guy and deserves a lot of credit for the work that he put in over the years as the Nelson softball program.
Okay, caught up with some more napping.
Some napping.
The same
okay, that agricultural fair that we just showed. Here's some black and white photos. Probably won't read out some names on this one, but I'll try to show you some photos. This is full double page centerfold from the Miramichi Leader. Look at the coverage the Napan Agricultural Fair was getting. Really, really excellent work there, Miramichi Leader staff. Oh, how times have changed. Look at these great photos. People out experiencing the agricultural fair. And right on, Raj, really cool. Kathleen Sanford.
Yeah, I think I marked down how many photos were here. No,
Oh, yeah.
Must have been another year.
Oh, yeah.
Cannerhan? Is that her photos? No, not saying.
Who took the photos? It doesn't really say. Maybe it's a compilation of a bunch a few people.
Boy, they crammed a lot of pictures in there.
Yeah, really well done. Really
okay, this
well
is
done.
Leon Bremner's business here.
Okay.
Bremner Farms.
Agriculture's survivor. Bremner diversifies into lawn, heavy equipment as farms shrink. Like any good business person, they know how to roll with the punches, move with the times. Here are some staff members. I recognize one of those people right now. And we'll read some captions out at the old Leon Bremner business in Nappen. Carolyn Matthews was the office manager. Claude Vermette, sales. Rhonda Butler in the parts department. Francis Mills was working on an engine. Jamie Jardine, manager of the Lawn and Forest Center. Donnie Gillis going through a catalog to order required parts. And there's Leon Bremner, folks, right there in the corner. But this lady right there, that's none other than Josie Como of Logieville, the daughter of Didi Como. And you know what, Raj? Oh my God, Dee Dee's wife, Josie's mother, is slipping me right now. Sorry. Oh my God, yeah. Dee Dee and. Okay, this is terrible. What's that? Well, you know how it is when you just can't think of something. But we were only gone for like 10 seconds there, and Roger, it was on his tongue. And her name is Dee Dee.
In French. Alice?
Alice? Yes, of course.
Alice.
And Dee Dee, their father, he was a great fiddler as well, and he played a very unique style.
She's looking for attention.
Oh yeah, we got our doggy back. That's okay. Okay, Raj, we're at
we're going to deal with Queen Mother's 100th birthday.
Oh wow, toasting the Queen Mother's 100th birthday, and what do we got going on here? This is from the Miramichi weekend. The Miramichi weekend, folks, out of the Miramichi Leader. Winnie is making one of her debuts on this show. Okay, Winnie, no, hey, down, you go. The Queen Mother, toasting the Queen Mother's 100th birthday. You know, to be honest with you, when I see this stuff, it's not my thing. And the older generation seems to appreciate this stuff more than us. The Queen Mother meets some Canadian troops along with her husband, King George VI, during the Second World War. So that's a photo right there that we will showcase. Really cool, but, you know, the Miramichi weekend was covering it. And there's a little cartoon, probably by Bill Hogan. Hey, Miramichi, the 43rd Folk Song Festival. This is from the year 2000. And there it is, folks. One of the great organizers and voices on the Miramichi, none other than Susan Butler. I'd love to get in and talk to Susan for like just a little intro to our show. Hopefully we can make that happen.
See, when they were visited here, this was up in Doketown at the Jokes House.
Oh, yeah? This is the...
Show us Queen Mother yet.
Some Queen Mother stuff. Okay, we'll show the Gilks House in Doketown. There's some more Queen Mother 100th birthday kind of stuff. And that picture right there is in Doketown. Look at how times have changed, folks. That would have been in the year... local recalled a royal visit in 1939. A donated picture from Gretna Innes. A long lineup of royal watchers to the right greet King George VI and Queen Elizabeth after they leave the Gilks House to resume their royal visit. Their next destination, was Freddie Beach, Fredericton. And there in that same visit, that's Queen Elizabeth right there. And there he is, folks, Mr. Winston Churchill. One of his great quotes was never, ever, or never give up. Okay, Raj, is that clock accurate? So we're at 10 to 2. I have to pick up me niece at 3 o'clock, so we got some time.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's accurate-ish, right?
Okay, this is Jack Esty and the boys reconfigured the front three, I think.
Newly reconfigured front three inaugurated at Miramichi Golf Club. Folks, look at this group out enjoying some time. What did they do to those front three holes at the Miramichi Golf and Country Club in the year 2000? I honestly was not golfing that course very much, so I wouldn't even know or remember. One of the first foursomes to play the new holes were Ken McLaughlin, Red LaChambre, and Jack Esty, and Daryl Hare, and Greens Crew Superintendent Tom Bro. There he is, folks, Mr. Jack Esty, Logieville philanthropist / benefactor, and the grandfather to the wedding photo that we just showed about 15 minutes ago.
We got 3 pages of the Miramichi Fiddlers Festival.
Oh, right on. The Miramichi Fiddlers, hundreds turn out to cheer on Miramichi's master and interning fiddlers performance. We have a great tradition of fiddling music in this town, folks. We featured that guy right in the middle yesterday, cutting some hair and receiving an award. So who are these people? Sorry, I got like a hair in my mouth. Don Ryan. Billy Hubbard was 3 years old when he was playing. Leona Isaiah, Eppie Bagley, Mary Williston, and Carol Walker. Donna and Keith Sturgeon, Norman Young, the talented Norman Young. But there's that foursome of ladies taking in the music. I'm sure they had a great time. Went out for some fish and chips at Estes afterwards. Or maybe they went to Ben's for a burger. And here's some more photos from that. Look at this great musicianship right here, folks. There's nothing really better than the sound of a fiddle. Really, really cool stuff. Who are these people? Eva Dignam, Clive and Iona Graham, Bill Foran, Holton Bunnell. Wonder if he's related to, no, that's a different pronunciation. Winnie Walker, Lois Walker, Betty Walker, Harry Walker, Robert Walker, Jack Walker. We have Suzanne Savoy, Jessica Alexis Savoy, Donna Hubbard sings some Patsy Cline, and Roger Langtang. Well, there are all those walkers, folks. They must come from...
They do a lot of walking.
They do a lot of walking, folks. There they are, folks, taking in the Miramichi Fiddlers.
And she was a guest here. That
right on.
Right there.
And we've said her name many times before. Samantha Robichaud was here as a guest. I really got to look into this young woman. I'm going to write a note about that. Popular New Acts Highlight Festival. The 43rd Annual Miramichi Folk Song Festival began yesterday with the speakers, the mayor. Okay, so organizer Susan Butler said there are many new features, and the new performers include the J. Moore Dancers. They're from Ontario. I'm trying to get it. Samantha Robichaud is a 13-year-old fiddler from Moncton who has played with fiddling greats Natalie McMaster and Ashley McIsaac. Really, really cool. I'm going to look into this Samantha Robichaud one more time with the Miramichi roots. There she is. Look how beautiful she looks in that photo right there, folks.
Now, Norman Young is the lead fiddler.
Yes.
And the story on him.
Yes.
But here's the Fiddlers of the 2000s.
Okay. So the lead fiddler is Norman Young right there, folks. What a great honor that would be. But let's get into the Miramichi Fiddlers from the year 2000. Here they all are right there. I will read out those names. What a great tradition. I know one of them, because she did some alterations on some clothing of mine when I first got home. Eva Dignam, Dallas McDonald, Buddy Rolfe, Elmer McDonald, Rita Blackear, Tyrone Hubbard, Robert Morrison, Archibald Watling, John Harris, William Pond, Francis Blackear, Alvin Mountain, Doris Bremner. That was the lady that did some mending on my clothes. She's quite intelligent, beautiful, capable, all of those things. Joanne Young, Theodore Falley, Ellsworth Godfrey, Melvin Ross, Simon Roussel, Everett McLean, Donald Ryan, William Foran, Lawrence Burns, Clarence Taylor, Wilfred Drisdell, Joseph McDonald, Sterling Hubbard, William Hubbard, Carmen Williston, William Dunn, Wallace Jimmo, Wally Jimmo, and the lead fiddler, Norman Young. And Raj, we're at, okay, so I'm just trying to think of timing here. Right on, what a great thing. Wouldn't that just be a wonderful talent to have, being able to go on the fiddle? I think we got another.
We got something, yeah, Old
Okay.
Home Week in Tavis and Tack.
Oh, right on.
And we'll start off with this page here.
Okay. Old Home Week underway in Tavis and Tack, Raj. Oh, I see a beautiful woman on this page right here that we're there. We got that going
The
on.
mother of one of our sponsors.
Oh yeah, look at that woman down there in the corner. We have Jonathan Kenny was the king in that photo. Jessica Wishart was the queen. Stephen Dweron was the second prince. Monica Palmer, second princess. Sean Morrison, Mr. Nice Guy. Stephanie Robertson, Miss Congeniality. Andrea Bro, first princess. John Henry Palmer, first prince. Those are those folks right there. They look young and healthy. Blessing of Fleet and Parade of Lights. Kathy Morrison Wiseman was the 65 queen. And Dorothy McCullum was the 1960 queen. Reverend Zoel Saunier and Reverend John Crawford. But the feature of this little section is Irma Wishart, folks, serving up some corn. She is a fantastic woman. She is the mother to the sponsor of the show, Corey Wishart from Wishworks at the Core Store, who happens to be my sister Vicky's great husband. And Irma is an excellent woman. I had some birthday. It was my sister's birthday last week, and I had a supper with her. What did Irma order? Irma can't remember what she ordered.
Well, they made a nice, the Miramichi leader did a nice pamphlet here for
Yes.
the Old Home Week.
Right on.
The mother of Tavis and Tack on the back.
Okay. Tavis and Tack Old Home Week, great looking. All roads lead home. This is the 1950 to 2000, and this was a very, very well done little pamphlet here celebrating Old Home Week in Tavis and Tack. Who are those people right there? Well, those people are none other than Linda White, Ellen Harris, Lorraine Wishart, Renee Wishart, Jeff White, Brian Wishart, and Ellen Harris. Those are all relatives, or I'm assuming, of me brother-in-law Corey. And Charlotte H. Taylor, the mother of Tavis and Tack. That is an article right there from Harold Adams, the local historian. That looks like her gravestone. I don't have the time to get into the detail of who and what that is all about. I am ignorant to that. My apologies.
Well, if you're going to go join a McDonald clan, this is what you're going to see.
McDonald family. Oh my God. Look at this. This is from August 1st, 2000. Clarence and Effie McDonald of Logieville celebrated a reunion on the weekend. Included in the photo are some of the approximately 250 McDonalds who came from all over North America to Logieville to attend. Dinners, entertainment, and other activities were going on throughout the Union. The 14 McDonald siblings in the immediate family are the late Byron, Al, and Thelma, as well as surviving members Mark, Len, Windsor, Effie, twins Faye and Ray, Mona, Verna, Jim, Florence, and Junior, who is Clarence, who we've spoken about many times. But look at the group of McDonald's in this photo that attended that. Is that outside the rec center?
Yeah.
On the hill of the ball field. The right field, natural hill that you could lay down and watch a ball game. The wonderful family of the McDonald's, very, very capable people. I visited one on my cross America trip in October. He was the grandson of Byron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Gary, and he's in Salt Lake City.
Anything else? Or?
Yeah, like what do we got, Raj? Like this is all. Maybe we're gonna have to do one more, eh?
Yeah.
And shut her up. Okay, that's it. We're binding for time. It's 2:00. What is Roger Como going to be doing for the rest of this afternoon? It's a Thursday night, so I guarantee Roger will be up at the bowling lanes tonight.
It's all booked for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got stuff to do.
I got a cook coming in and make sure I have an early supper so we can get to the alleys early.
You get into the bowling alleys, and then any dances this week?
Oh
And
yeah, oh yeah, Friday night,
okay.
Pioneers Club.
Pioneers Club. So any of you people that are watching that are sitting at home and have been needing some social activity and engagement, why not just drag yourself to the Pioneers Club this Friday at what time?
All the music starts at 8.
Music
So
starts at 8.
anytime after 7.
Anytime after 7. It's a good way to go socialize,
If you
get
come
out.
too late, you gotta sit in somebody's lap.
Yeah, and get dancing, and why not, Raj? It's been a good thing for you to rediscover your dancing shoes, eh?
Bring your own spirits.
Bring your own spirits. You just take your own little, so they're not doing the best of bartending there.
Oh no, we make sure everybody drives home safe.
Okay, that's the way it is in the year 2024, which is the way it should be, but it's still not as fun.
Huh?
I can't believe I just said that. So there you have it right there, folks. That's how we... Yeah. Okay, thanks a lot for hanging out with us once again. It's nephew, uncle. We're having fun. And we'll talk to you guys, I'm assuming, tomorrow, Raj?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try to finish up the year 2000 tomorrow.